During a normal day, I would wake up very early and I would do my prayers and a bit of morning sort of supplications, and I would start to get ready for work, and I would then have my breakfast, and if my son was awake, I would play with him for a little while, just hug him in bed and just kiss him all over, just to give me that morning boost, that morning energy just before I get off to work, to remind me why I'm going to work. In my day-to-day job, I'm a project manager within a vendor that works for pharmaceutical companies, so within project management, and it's just basically managing clinical trials for these big pharmaceutical companies. The thing I most enjoy about my job is the end result. I know that every day when I'm going in, and the job that I'm doing eventually change someone's life, relieve someone's pain, prolong someone's life. Having that in my mind every day means that it's not just a job that pays my bills, it's a job that's making a difference. Okay, Baba? What's this one?
I've never really seen my brother angry. He's always been a calm person. He's always been like at home, where whatever happens, he'll be always like the one sitting us all down, talking about it. It's just the way he lives his life. He fulfills his duties at home as a husband, as a father. He fulfills his duty with his parents. He helps out a lot. He does a lot of community work. He loves to give more than he takes.
During my GCSE days, I couldn't find a work experience placement, so my teacher signed me up for a 2-week placement with the Metropolitan Police. It was a real eye-opener for me because I got to see firsthand the emergency services and how they serve the community, how they react to emergency situations. And this really left an impression in my heart. So at the age of 18, I signed up as a special constable within the Metropolitan Police. So I remember a situation where I had stopped an individual for drugs, and I had searched him and found some on him, and we took him back to the station, and I did a name search on him, and it was apparent to me then that this person was always getting in trouble and always getting arrested, but he had never really got the help that he needed. So after having a word with my supervisor, I thought it would be a very good idea that this individual would be referred to a youth centre where they help young individuals who use drugs to get cleaned up. And he was very, very grateful and promising that he would do everything he can and to visit this centre and to get the help that he needs to get cleaned up. And I remember feeling very happy in that moment because I had changed the negative perception that individual had towards police. He had previously been arrested many times. Nobody was listening to him. And for the first time, he was receiving the help that he needed. And I really think that that made a big difference in his life. I never forget the night I got a call from my mum. It was quite early in the morning, around maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. I was outside London at the time with a friend of mine, and I couldn't make out what my mum was saying, and she was just hysterical, crying. All I could hear was, "Your brother's dead." That's all I could make out. I absolutely went crazy. I just didn't understand what was going on. I drove back to London as fast as I could, and when I did, I found that my brother had been taken to hospital, and he was placed in the intensive care unit. When I got there, they had told me that my brother had been attacked by a large group of males, a gang, and he was found in a pool of blood. He had managed to crawl from the place that he had been attacked, and he got to the front door of where my parents lived because it was close by. And when my parents opened the door, they found him in a pool of blood, collapsed with cuts all over him. And they thought they had lost him.
And I didn't know if I was going to live or die, and the person by my side was my brother, and he never let me go. And I remember people were dying on my left hand side, people were dying on my right, and we were in intensive care, and it's like the only person at night next to me was my brother, sleeping on that chair. I still remember. you know, and the whole night I was just watching him, like being so thankful that I do have a brother.
Family became number one priority for me, just to spend as much time as I can with them. Never leave the house in a state where we're, you know, sort of not on good terms, because you never know when you're about to lose someone. That day can come and you're not ready for it. When Allah has written it, it will happen. My name is Kassam and I am a Muslim.